Testing, testing, testing. Welcome to the Crypto Boss Ninja channel. Bear with me while I set everything out. We do go live every single week, 7 p.m. Central Time on Saturdays and 7 p.m. Central Time on Mondays. Yes, I'm going live later, but still, right after 7 p.m. Central Time, I'm going to get everything going, and we will be live at 7:30 p.m. Central Time, so, you know, in about 3 minutes. So if you're watching it later on YouTube, maybe just skip ahead a few minutes. I'm going to get this all set up. I've already alerted the Telegram channel that we are live. And, yeah. Bear with me for 1 second. Alright, so I am in a trade right now. I do want to talk about that trade. I am in a Casper long again, and let me go into more detail after that. But before I get into that, let's go into the Fear and Greed Index like we usually do, and I also want to talk about Bitcoin really quickly. So right now, the Fear and Greed Index is sitting at 73. We are in greed. I think extreme greed is anything above 80, but it could be wrong. It's been a long time since we've been in that, and I wish it would tell you what extreme greed would be, what number that would be. But anyways, I think that's 80 and above. And right now we're sitting at 73. Yesterday we were at 74. Last time I did it live, we were around 73, I believe. So same thing as we were on Saturday of last week, 5 days ago. So just, you know, take everything with a grain of salt. When you're entering a new position, just use, you know, better risk management. So with that being said, let's kind of look and go over to Bitcoin really quickly. I am in a Casper long. I will talk more about that in a second. But first of all, let's go over to Bitcoin and talk about this trade. So I'm going to do a video testing. For whoever's not watching live, they can watch it back later on YouTube. So, welcome to the Crypto Boss Ninja channel. If you guys are new, appreciate it if you hit the like, subscribe, share this video with your friends. And let's start on the weekly time frame for Bitcoin. I know it's kind of cluttered with all the lines I've had on the smaller time frames. Weekly chart's overbought. You can see that with the stock RSI. So right now, you know, you'd have to be very cautious entering a trade. 3-day chart is, in my opinion, still in a rising wedge. It's overbought as well. So again, be cautious. Daily chart's overbought as well, making a higher high. That's a beautiful sign. Although again, we are probably definitely due for a pullback on the daily, 3-day, and weekly, and that's when I really start to be cautious, especially if we're in greed on the Fear and Greed Index. The 4-hour chart is the next time frame I look at. That's overbought. So I think the entire market's probably due for a correction, which, you know, kind of sucks. But, you know, maybe before we get a correction, we still go up a little bit higher. The 1-hour chart would suggest that because that is looking like it's trying to flag out on the 1-hour time frame, and it looks like the RSI is making a higher low or going to make a higher low for sure. As long as you hold the level of 38,600, which I've talked about for a while now, I have an orange line there. If you hold 38.6, this thing will continue higher. Longer term. Short term, I really think you have to hold like even 39.2 really, because that otherwise you'd be out of the flag. I'll show you on the 15-minute time frame what I'm looking at. I'm sure we'll see some sort of flag consolidation on the 15, and yes, I would say that's a flag. You know, it really is. And it's not the most beautiful flag, no, but to me, I would still trade this for a long. And if you do that, you should make money more times than you lose money. So that is a bull pennant, and the measure move out of that could take you as high. Let's just see. Could take you as high as $40,600. We'll see if that actually happens and comes into fruition. But Bitcoin right now looks ready for another move higher, and I don't even really have major resistance on Bitcoin until you see 41,270. So I would be looking for this to play out. If the level to watch for for a move to the downside or for an invalidation, that's the word I'm looking for, of this bull move or for this bullish move up or continuation pattern, would be a move below 39,200. If you lose 39.2, I do see Bitcoin coming all the way back down to 38.5, and that it just keep it simple. So that's kind of all I got for Bitcoin. If this, then that. If Bitcoin can hold the level of 39,200, I see Bitcoin going to $40,728 at some point, probably in the next 12 hours, because we are looking at the 15-minute time frame. We'll see what happens. That's all I got for you guys in the next video. If you guys have requests for other coins, let me know in the comment section below. So that is kind of what I'm looking at for Bitcoin. Another move to the upside is projected at least, and that means the market short term is bullish, but long term it doesn't change the fact that you are still overbought on the higher time frame. So I would just be, again, I would remain cautious of the market longer term. Short term, I'm looking like in the next day, I'm looking for a continuation to the upside. So to me, based on what I'm seeing on the smaller time frames, and bear with me as I download this, I am still looking for another move to the upside short term in the next day or so. But also remain cautious, because any move that happens on the weekend is very likely to go back the other way come Monday, and then maybe come next week we can get another move back to the upside, or maybe then the higher time frames will take over and we start to get more of a correction to the downside. I do think because we're in a bull market, if we do get a correction, it's going to be a very minor correction, and I would not like. I don't think 30K is going to happen. We'd have to break different levels before that could even be in the realm of possibilities. I guess it's taking forever to download, so I'll have to do that after the stream. Okay, so here's my Casper trade that I am in right now. So, yeah, here's what I'm in. I entered again at the same price as I was before, 13.9 cents, 2x long on like $834. So it's worth, I don't know what it's worth, 1834 times 2. The trade's worth $36.68, and my stop loss is at 12 cents, so I'm risking 200 some dollars. And the upside to me, I didn't even do the math what the upside would be if it hits my measured move of 21 cents. But that's what I'm looking at. I'm just trading the daily time frame. Daily time frame looks good. Casper on the weekly is overbought. Casper on the 3-day is probably overbought. Actually, it's coming down nicely. It's still over. It still doesn't look good. Daily chart looks good though. It's oversold, and you still have a lot more upside. Top of the pattern, and you're still oversold, which to me means this could really rip to 21 here in the next week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or however long it takes. I don't really care, because if I make $3,600 on this trade, I'll be very happy. 4-hour chart is overbought, so we're at the top of the pattern on the 4-hour time frame. So the 4-hour time frame could get one more move to the downside, but and come as low as 12.5 and still be bullish. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but if it did, then that's just what happens. But as long as you hold 12.5 and don't go down to 12 cents, this is still bullish. So I would say if you lose 12 cents, that's an invalidation of the bullish move up. So right now, Casper looks good to me on the higher time frames. The 1-hour and 4-hour do probably need to reset first, but I still enter the trade nonetheless. And the 15-minute time frame is also overbought. But again, the daily chart, when you look at the daily chart, is at the top of the pattern and oversold. So I like what I'm seeing on that. So I think short term, you could see move back to 12.5. Worst case scenario, if you lose 12.5, I think you're going to go much lower. But otherwise, if you hold 12.5, I see this 21 cents still in play on Casper coin. So that's kind of my trade that I'm in right now. I did try to trade Gronk. It didn't really work out very well. It's just kind of Gronk right now is kind of choppy, so I would personally stay away from that. But hold on, I'm sorry, I don't know at what point that cut out, but hopefully you guys didn't miss too much of that. If you guys have a request for altcoins, let me know in the comment section below, and I will look at that. Let me see if there's any requests here on YouTube. Thank you for the like on YouTube, and let me see. So excited to be back here. Me too, me too. So, Ethereum. I did get a request for Ethereum. So, I will go look at Ethereum, and that's the only request that I see. So, let's go look at the price of Ethereum. Let's start on the weekly time frame. I haven't done a video on Ethereum in a while, so let's do it. Weekly is overbought, just like Bitcoin. 3 days overbought, just like Bitcoin. Daily is overbought, unlike Bitcoin. Remember, Bitcoin is oversold on the daily. I'm just saying, I think. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Casper I'm thinking about. So actually, Ethereum is also overbought on the daily, just like Bitcoin. Casper was the one that was oversold on the daily. 4-hour chart's overbought. 1-hour chart is overbought. Although 1-hour chart right now looks really juicy, just like Bitcoin on the 1-hour chart. Let's go back to the 1-hour chart for Bitcoin. This is crazy. The market wants to do the same thing. Both Ethereum and Bitcoin look really bullish to me, and that looks very similar to Ethereum on the 1-hour time frame. It really does. This is a little bit more sketchy on Ethereum, because to me, this is a bull pennant on Bitcoin, and on Ethereum, this is a rising wedge. Now, in a bullish scenario, they break out to the downside 68% of the time. But if they break up, if rising wedges break to the upside, they go up parabolically, and they usually break down to where they started from. If they do break down, they break back to where they started from, and they really started from all the way back down at 2100, which was a major resistance level, now it turns support. So 2100 is a key level to watch. But if Ethereum wants to go to the upside, I'm looking for 2280 out of this rising wedge. And again, it only happens about 38% of the time, but in bull markets, it happens more often than not. And if it does go up, I could see it ripping to 2280 in the next day or so, because again, they go up parabolically. So that's what I'm looking for Ethereum. It's a very high-risk trade, especially because you overbought on the 1-hour chart, you overbought on the 4-hour chart, you overbought on the daily, 3-day, and weekly. So I would be very cautious. The 15-minute is oversold, trying to get the bounce. So again, if you want to take a breakout trade here, it's very risky, but you definitely could take a trade up to 2280. Ethereum looks okay. I would say your invalidation for a long move and a time to open up a short, or at least think about it, would be a move below 2150. So that's what I'm looking at for Ethereum. If you can hold 2150, I could see 2280 in the cards. And really, I think if you break 2180, definitely 2200, you're going to go to 2280. I would say if you break this last wick here at 2180, you're going to go to 2280. So that's what I'm looking on for Ethereum. Ethereum looks really good to me for a higher move, possibly to the upside. I also see my next request here for Spell Token, so let's go look at Spell Token. Spell Token here on the weekly time frame. I will do a video on this because I think I covered Spell a long time ago. I haven't done a video on this in a long time, so screw it. We'll do it. Weekly time frame on Spell Coin is overbought, so be cautious. The 3-day time frame is overbought, so be cautious. The daily time frame looks somewhat interesting to me. That looks like it's trying to make a rounded bottom. Who knows? Maybe not. But if nothing else, even if that's not a rounded bottom, and rounded bottoms are bullish, this is like a bull flag here on Spell. Move that down a little bit. I'm liking what I'm looking at on Spell Coin on the daily time frame. The 4-hour time frame right now is overbought. But again, to me, the Spell Token looks decently bullish for a move to the upside. The 1-hour time frame is overbought, as is the 4-hour time frame, so be cautious. So let's go back to the daily. Let's see the measure move on the daily time frame if Spell does go to the upside here. Hold on, it really just doesn't want to work with me today. So Spell Token measure move on the to the upside is 0.009. That's a lot of nines, and right now that's about a 35% move to the upside. So that's what I'm looking for. An invalidation of this move up, I would definitely say, would be any price movement below 5.6 is a move that would confirm, or at least be very likely a move back to the downside. So that's what I'm looking at on Spell Coin. If you go back to the downside, I'd be looking at this as your next level of support at 4.4 basically, or just below that at 4.387. And below that, I'd be looking for support at the price level of 372. With that being said, that's all I got for Spell Token. If you guys have other requests for other altcoins, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So Spell Token, I can't talk, does look very good to me as well. So thank you for the follow, Cal. I appreciate that. Thank you for the follow, D-Truth, and thank you for the likes. So the next request that I see right now is XDC. And this is only on KuCoin, so that scares me. I've talked about this before. Daily chart I thought was going to rip. It kind of had a small rip all the way from 4.4 all the way up to 5.7. That's a somewhat okay move. But again, weekly is not overbought. 3 days oversold. Daily is oversold. So actually, I would say pretty much all the major time frames are oversold. The 4-hour time frame is making a lower high. It doesn't look good to me. I just feel like a coin like this, I would stay away from. I don't like trading KuCoin because KuCoin has a lot of coins that are worth nothing. And that doesn't seem like a high probability trade to me to take a trade out of that. I can't really do TA on this. Technically, you could still break out to the upside on the daily time frame. You already broke out, but you're making the higher low. So technically, you're still possibly in the breakout, though. you know, that's the previous low was 4475. Right now you're at 472. If you go back to 4475, then just kiss this thing goodnight, because there's so many better assets to trade besides XDC. So that's what I'm looking at. You know, you could be making a higher low here. If not, you're going back to that last local low down there. There's not much. I don't really want to do any more TA on this. It doesn't seem like a high probability. I would never trade XDC. I feel like you'd be gambling at best. So, but thank you for the request. So, let me see if these stopped uploading or whatever you want to call it. Here, I'll just refresh it. Maybe that's why it wasn't working earlier. And then I'll post these videos once the live stream is over. So right now, the ones I'm going to post after this live stream is over is the Bitcoin one, and then we have the Spell token one. And yeah. So with that being said, guys, that's kind of all I got. Pretty short video, because I will be back live on Monday at 7 p.m. Central Time. So at least, well, I'm moving Monday to a new place, so I will aim to be, I should be able to be live by then. I should be moved in for the most part, at least the major things moved in. I should be able to go live Monday, and if I can't, I'll let you know in the Telegram group, and we'll reschedule it to Tuesday night. But I plan to be live Monday, despite moving to a new state. So I'm going to post this video on YouTube really quick. Bitcoin 12.2. Technically, it's basically 12.3 now, but anyways. I think come Monday, Bitcoin will be above $40,000. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited to do a stream for the first time in a very long time, well over a year, where Bitcoin would be above that key level of $40,000. So that would be interesting to do. But anyways, that's all I got for this video. Thank you guys for joining. I'm going to post this really quick. Spell token. And I believe this is on Mexc, I think at least. I'm pretty sure that's where I did the TA on it. I also know it's on Coinbase. So, just see if there's any other requests before I get out of here. I don't see any. Thanks, guys, for joining. Have a great weekend. I'll see you guys on Monday at 7 p.m. Central for my next live stream. Sorry it's been a short one, but I do have a busy morning tomorrow, so I do have to run. But I'll see you guys in 2 days for our next live stream. Until then, trade safe, and I do see Bitcoin going higher over the weekend. But be cautious, because it is a weekend pump, and usually those tend to break back down on Monday. So we'll see what happens, but I'll see you guys in 2 days for our next live stream. Until then, trade safe, and have a great weekend.